What's going on, guys? Zachary here, lawnserviceconsulting.com, showing you how I have grown my lawn business to where I can make $5,000 per month on average, and I'm now here to show you how you can do it as well. Today's topic is going to be about how I am single-handedly able to manage around 50 different lawn customers every single month by myself. So on retainer, I have about 50 different customers. I would say about 10 of them are weekly and the rest of them are bi-weekly. And I do it all by myself. I work by myself, I mow the yards by myself, I invoice them, I did all the quotes by myself, I keep up with them, I text them every week when I'm there, when their yard is complete. I do it all by myself, and to somebody starting out, it might seem kind of extremely overwhelming to manage 50 different people, 50 different customers who have crazy desires and crazy wants, and they want you to do this and do that. But it's very easy to manage when you have a system. So I broke down my system into three main components. The first one is I never answer the phone. I straight up don't answer the phone. I haven't answered the phone call for a customer or for a phone number that I didn't recognize, that isn't saved in my phone. If it's a new number, a new area code, or my area code, I don't answer it. The reason being is I don't want to, and I don't have the time for it. When I'm mowing yards, I probably get between 1 to 10 calls a day. And if I used to answer it, I would stop what I'm doing. I'd put my mower down, or I'd put my trimmer down. I wouldn't put my mower down. I would stop mowing. It's heavy. And I would answer the phone, and I would talk on the phone with them. And sometimes they would just be bullshitting me, and it would just be a waste of time. And they're just trying to get a super cheap quote over the phone without me even seeing their yard. And I realized it was a waste of time. So when I was mowing, I decided I would stop answering phones when I am at work. Later on, when I started getting more customers, I would still answer the phone if I'd be running errands, if I'd be at my house, if I'd be with my friends or my family. I would still answer the phone and serve them and ask them what they want and where they're located and when they're trying to get started. But then even that became a little bit too much, where it was trickling into my personal life, and if I didn't stop answering phones on that spectrum, then it would become overwhelming again. So at one point, I decided I am not going to answer the phone. What I do now is, if you call me, I have a voicemail that tells you, "Hello, this is Zach with Fiesta Lawn Care. Sorry I missed your call. I'm probably working right now. Sometimes I'm not. And please leave your name, your address, and photos of the yard if you like a quicker quote. If not, I will schedule a time to come out and see your yard." And that's it. So I will always let it ring, and they will go to voicemail. And if they leave me a voicemail, I will text them and I'll schedule the quote. If they don't leave a voicemail, I have a quick little keyboard replacement where I type in missed call, and it autocorrects to, "Hi, this is Zachary with Fiesta Lawn Care. Sorry I missed your call. Are you seeking a free lawn quote? Thanks." And that's it. So the main first topic is how to manage all the phone calls, especially when it's a busy season, when you're getting flooded with calls when it's spring or fall. I would say in the beginning, you should answer phone calls. You should do as much as you can because you're starting out. But once you grow and you start getting overwhelmed, stop answering the phone and just start texting everybody, or even emailing. On my Google listing, I have a little system where they could email me, and I will either reply over email, or I'll take their phone number from that Google post and I will text them depending on what they're asking for. So number one is don't answer phone calls when you start getting busy. Number two is my current yards are all assigned to a specific day of the week where I work in a specific location. So I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday usually. Thursday is by my college, my UTSA campus. Friday is by another side of the opposite side of the highway, which is called Alamo Ranch here in San Antonio, Texas. And the third day is closer to my house, all across Braun Road. I'm probably giving too much information. Please don't stalk me. But every single one of my 50 customers is broken down into those days. And if I have a new caller, if I have a new customer that I decide to put on my list, in the beginning, I would immediately go and make it my priority to go out of my route, break my route, and go do their yard. But that's not sustainable because you start driving a lot of extra windshield time just to make the same amount of money, if not less. You're making a less hourly rate because you are going out of your route. So when I got busier, I decided to start telling the customers, "All right, I can do your yard, but you're gonna have to wait until Thursday." And it could have been a Monday when we're talking on the phone. And in the beginning, that might have scared me. That might have thought that I would scare them, but you have to do that because you got to put yourself first. Your brain and your body is your priority. And if they're not willing to wait 3 to 4 days, then there's a million other people that you could go do their yard. You just got to wait for the phone call. So prioritize yourself. The second tip is make sure that if you get a new customer, if you're busy, tell them that they got to wait for the day that you're in their area. But if you're starting out, you can kind of scatterbrain it. You could go do wherever you want to go. But when it starts becoming 20 customers, 30 customers, 40 customers, you have to stick with your schedule and tell them that they have to wait. The third tip on how I manage all my 50 customers is you got to make sure you price every yard good, which means high. So having 50 yards might be kind of overwhelming, again, just in the simplest aspect, but if each one of those is $50, that's really good money, and that's an easy way to make $100 an hour on average. So if somebody calls you and you have 30 yards and someone's trying to haggle with you, like they're saying, well, my yard's really small and it's only going to take 10 minutes, can you just do $30? No, I can't. You should go call somebody else to do that, because I'm not, because I have a minimum that I am sticking to, and that's it. If you don't want to take me on, then go find somebody else. But always remember that those people, the customers, whenever they pick a cheaper company, when they pick Joe's Lawn Care, who will do a $50 job for $20, those people don't last because they're charging so little. They might last in the short term because they're undercutting people like me and everybody else. But when you're making $20 a mow, that's not going to pay for your bills, your truck, your equipment, your gas, your family, your food. If you like to go to Hawaii, that's not going to sustain all that. So they are going to not last, and there's a high chance that the customer will end up calling you back because they lost their guy because he's charging so little. So maybe they got a cool little $20 mow a couple times, but they're going to be calling back to you in a matter of no time. So those are my 3 tips on how I'm able to manage 50 customers by myself. I don't answer the phone. Everyone's assigned to a current yard and new customers got to wait. Everyone's assigned to a certain day and new customers have to wait for that day to be in their area. And the third thing is to price every yard good to where it's worth your time, and you can take on another yard. You could take on the 51st yard if you're charging it high, if you're charging it $50, maybe even $55, $60 if you're feeling a little risky, because you can still land those. You never know until you try. Ask and you shall receive. So those are my tips. Visit my website at lawnserviceconsulting.com, where you can get more information on myself and my services, on how I can help you build your business, copy my proven business model, and we could have you making $100 an hour or $5,000 a month on average. Until then, peace out.